Welcome back, Tennessee fans. Tennessee Fan Talk, where orange runs deep and every snap tells a story. Today you got the Duke, you got Byrd. We're breaking down Tennessee's overtime war with Georgia. 3 segments, all Vols. Then we'll zoom out and take a quick SEC roundup. Who's hot, who's not, including a shocking result in Columbia.
Vols fans, the best fans in football. Rowdy, passionate, dedicated. And this is where Vol Nation comes to talk. Welcome to the hottest spot for all things Tennessee Vols. This is Tennessee Fan Talk, where the orange and white comes to life with a dash of humor, a sprinkle of wit, and a whole lot of Southern charm, bringing you the latest updates, breaking news, and some good old-fashioned laughs along the way. We're the water cooler chat you wish you were having at the office, minus the boring stats. Whether you bleed orange or you're just dipping your toes into the world of Tennessee sports, this is for everybody. It's loud, it's proud, it's Tennessee Fan Talk. And now your hosts, Byrd and The Duke.
Welcome, Tennessee fans. If you're sad, don't be. If you're tweeting mean things against Max, stop it. He's, 19? Come on, he's a sophomore. That was a situation that I could not imagine the pressure of a young individual, because we actually were sitting in the end of a fourth quarter with the ability to beat Georgia. As I said last week, I was happy if we were going to lose by single digits. That is an improvement over the last 8 years. It also shows being able to go up against Georgia's defense, however problematic they may be right at this moment. It's still a Kirby Smart team. It's still a Georgia. You got to be happy with where this team is at. Thanks for tuning in, Tennessee Fan Talk. You've got the Duke. You've got Byrd. And we've got hope, right?
Hi, my name's the Duke, and I have battered ball syndrome.
Oh.
I mean, that's all. I don't have a whole lot more to say to that. You know, it's like an AA meeting, except it's a BVS meeting.
Something that's... How long you been in AA? Well, I went through AA pretty quick. I'm pretty good.
Well, I had a relapse, of course, is what that would be. And yes, I do agree that I am not a fan of tweeting or saying bad things about anybody on our team, even especially the kicker, even though he has one job, right? And the Tennessee fan base has a tendency to eat their own and say some very mean things. Yes. But on the other hand, these players are now getting paid, and if you are getting paid, I expect some results.
Right.
It's like it's like professional. I mean, it's pretty much semi-pro. Are we playing, the kicker quarterback number? No, but they do that in the league either. But here's the thing: in the NFL, we cut their ass. You can cut their ass and have somebody in there next day. They can't have that in college.
No.
And I mean, Helen Keller knew that thing was wide right. That's how far bad. Ray Charles could see that he was missing that.
He heard it come off his foot. That's right.
It's pretty impressive that Nike's pants don't show streaks, because he crapped his pants before he kicked because he was so nervous. Adidas, you got some explaining to do when it gets time for that. But other than that, and it's also sad to lose it that way, considering that I am 99% sure that's going to be the last time that Tennessee plays Georgia every year. Like, it's not going to be in every other, they're not going to be our normal opponent anymore. So
And the next time we play them, it'll be in Athens, and that may be a completely different story.
Hey, the next time we might play them in Atlanta this year, Byrd. Damn it.
Yeah, okay. I'll give you that. Segment one. We said we were going to talk about this in 3 segments. Segment 1, offensive identity. We've got the firepower. We'll talk about that. But it has its flaws. Dropped 41 on Georgia. Imagine the Dawgs. We let them come back to us 5 different times. Being able to put 457 yards on Georgia, I believe that number, if I did my math correctly, is the last 3 years combined that Aguilar was able to do it, in one game. Third down conversions, I didn't like the whole 50%. Red zone wasn't great. The Vols showed explosive potential. The ones that you got to give it to Chris Brazzell because he went up and had to fight for one-on-one balls.
That's what you want out of your.
You do. You threw it up and let him trust it. However, I think if that ball would have been, I say thrown a little further, that thing was, it was up there and able to be caught, not a Joe Milton rocket where no one's getting it except for the second row of stands.
Mm-hmm.
You got to love the big chunk plays in the first half, or in the first quarter. The scoring nothing. What did I say last week? 4 quarters of football. When you are off the field as quick as Tennessee was put off the field in the second quarter, what happens to that defense? Yep. Balanced game. And that is one of the things with Heupel. Everyone talks about the up-tempo. He's going real quick. That also puts pressure on that defense. So if you're going real quick, you better freaking score. Because come fourth quarter, that defense is tired. Come overtime, the defense is tired. I think overall, what do you think about I think it's an upgrade from last year. I think if we had Nico, we wouldn't even in the game yesterday. We wouldn't even be in the. I mean, we would have been blown out by the second quarter. UCLA was 14-point favorites against New Mexico State and lost.
I don't know if you saw it. It was pretty funny. On College Game Day, there was somebody that had an Iam Aliaba jersey that had duct tape on it that said, "I'm having regrets."
No, I did not see that.
Yep. Yeah. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
That's great.
But, I'm not a moral victory kind of guy. Like, I don't believe in moral victories. I mean, that's going to suck.
Yeah.
The kicker, we might have yips the rest of the year.
Oh, I hope that doesn't get in his head for the rest of the year.
Oh, it's for sure in his head, buddy. Just think about it.
Kickers really are head cases.
He went from being able to have any piece of tail that he wanted on the whole campus to now he's getting death threats within 2 seconds. I mean, he could. You get what I'm saying? They are. It's like putting. It's like a golfer. Their head cases.
Yeah.
Because he only had one job. Now the false start probably hurt him too.
False start, 5 more yards.
I mean, it wasn't even close.
No. No.
It wasn't even close.
No. And kind of like similar to golf, I was going to use that same thing. Is the second one was basically the same spot, maybe a little shallower.
Well, normally in golf, the second man plays on tour. You know what I'm saying? You make that putt after you say, shit, I missed it.
Yeah, and then you made it.
But I mean, you can't. At the end of, it's a lot of pressure on him.
It is.
There's a couple fourth downs that we should have stopped them.
It is. Yeah. How about we don't let him get a 2-point conversion?
That too.
Game over.
And you can put a little bit on Heupel for playing soft and playing for the field goal.
Yep. Yeah, you could do a little.
You could scared.
Do a little of that, and in segment 2, we are going to talk about that defensive strain that was put on him. from playing soft, from not being aggressive offensively, or just maybe not having the guy. I don't know.
I mean, we weren't healthy, right? I mean, we have probably the two best corners in the nation, and they were both out.
Right. Which we knew was going to affect. We knew that was going to affect us.
I also noticed that for some reason, just for me watching on TV and the highlights, we were in man every single time.
Mm-hmm.
You think after you get burnt a couple times, you might say, you know what, we'll sprinkle a zone in here.
Yeah, just now and again. Just now and again.
But no. So I don't know. I mean, it's a tough loss, you know. Because I mean, once again, it doesn't change my day to day. That's why I'm not mad about it. But
right. We didn't play another day. We didn't play another day. When we come back, segment 2, we're going to talk about the defensive strain, big plays, bigger gaps. We kind of got picked on a little bit from the running game of Georgia, and then, of course, you know, when they needed to convert a fourth down, we'll talk about that.
Lowe's knows how to help make your home holiday ready for less. Get Select Style Selections vinyl flooring for just $1.99 per square foot and have it installed before the festivities begin. Our team can help you every step of the way. See a Lowe's Red Vest associate or visit Lowe's.com/holiday install to get started. Lowe's, we help, you save. Basic install only. Date restrictions apply. Subject to availability. Installed by independent contractors. See associate for details. Contiguous U.S. only.
Wherever you are, we are. And we are at TN Fan Talk. Would you like to be on the show? We'd love to have you. Find our link tree in the show description. No experience or equipment is needed. Now, back to Tennessee Fan Talk. Here's Byrd and The Duke.
As well as Tennessee did offensively, the defensive strain allowed Georgia to rack up 512 total yards, including 278 through the air. And really, they really only had a couple of long shots through the air. I do think maybe some of the penalties, you know, when they're both handsy and then both ways. I can see both ways on a couple of things of non-calls or whatever. The one that gets me is in overtime, the very first Georgia run, pop out to the outside. There was a hold, uncalled.
Georgia played a perfect second half football. They didn't get a single flag.
Uncalled. And then I'm taking this back to I think it was an Ole Miss game, the last time Ole Miss was in Neyland. Forward progress stopping at a goal line run.
I mean, didn't that happen in our bowl game a couple years ago against Purdue as well?
Yes, it did in the Music City Bowl against Purdue. That has bit us twice. Of no, forward progress had been stopped. Now, granted, they still had third and fourth down attempts. They probably would have got in anyway, but still.
Sure. Maybe I'm giving Tennessee too much credit here, but as a whole, we are the most hated program in the SEC by fan bases.
Yes. Probably
by the SEC office, probably by the officiating crews. So even at home games, we get away cooking. You know what I'm saying? They sprinkle X-Lax on us at home, and we're supposed to get home cooking. And that's not just football. That's every sport. The SEC, it hates us.
Oh, yeah. I did tell you that we would start seeing interceptions from Aguilar's throwing, and we did.
I can live with this. I can live with that.
Tennessee forced two turnovers, including a third quarter pick that flipped the momentum around for them. You know, they really needed it, and to get back on top, the defense allowed 6 plays of 20-plus yards, including that horrible 38-yard touchdown in the fourth and sixth. It was.
It's kind of like us playing Alabama that year. How many interceptions did Aguilar have? Like I said, I didn't get to watch the state. Okay, so he technically only had one because one was a garbage time at the end of the second quarter. That doesn't count when he just heaved one up.
Right.
I mean, Stockton had one too.
Right at the end.
So I don't count.
Didn't matter.
I don't count those.
Yeah.
I don't count those.
Yep. Third down.
I mean,
third down defense.
I can take interception.
Georgia converted 8 of 13. So they were right in there with us. I don't know what the penalty yards are. If I were to look, I would say we had 100 yards penalties.
Sure, sounds about right.
As much as I saw them, whatever.
I mean, if Tennessee plays perfect, we probably have 75 yards. I mean, that's just the way it goes.
Yeah. The front end held up pretty early. Fatigue, especially the fatigue from being on the field an enormous amount of time in the second quarter, and then having the missed tackles that opened up floodgates. Georgia ran the ball pretty strong between their three backs back there.
Sure.
Secondary struggled with coverage rotations. I tell you, as far as linebackers go, that is it Harrison?
Mm-hmm.
He had an amazing game. Absolute amazing.
Yeah, man. I mean, our depth just. I mean, we're still injured, but everybody goes through that.
I feel like we always go through that.
I mean, every team does that. It's just because we're homers. I'm telling you, that goes back to us being narcissistic Tennessee fans.
Segment 3 here. We'll talk coaching and culture. Close, but costly. Heupel's aggressive style returned to the aggressive style because, like we said, him taking his foot off the gas a little bit. Why would you do that against Georgia? It's Georgia. You go, 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 go.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to say. I mean, I was thinking in this whole setup, is Georgia kind of on the downhill slide or, like a rebuilding year, or is Tennessee better than what everybody thinks? I think that normally when we catch Georgia in November, they've got so much tape on us that it's easier for them to scheme. They didn't have as much tape on us.
I said that.
So I think we just happened to get Georgia on a down day. I don't.
And Georgia always plays better later on in the year, and it's funny that you say that because about the third quarter, I was like, "God dog it, he's let everything out, and now every team's gonna know what Aguilar and company are capable of."
Well, I don't care. I mean, you have to win that game. It's worth the risk. I mean, it's. You put your nuts on the table, and if you win, you win. If you lose, whatever. We lost. This is one of those losses too that in Tennessee's past is a big turning point. We used to you talk about culture. We used to just crap to bed and be. I mean, UAB this week, whatever. Trent Dilfer, watch. I mean, if they put up a fight, but if I was Josh Heupel, I would hang 100 on somebody.
Absolutely, for your players, hang 100.
Alabama is now in front of us again in the AP poll. By the way, if you didn't see, they're back to 14th.
Yesterday, as we're recording this Sunday evening, I did look up, or didn't look up. I said, you know what? I feel like we should kind of stay. It was a loss, but it was a loss to a big team. And I feel like we should stay.
Oh, I was totally prepared.
So I'm happy that we stayed. Should Alabama have moved up in front of us? Probably not.
Once again, it's AP poll, who cares? But I was perfectly ready for us to drop way down and Vanderbilt be in front of us for beating a fraud of a team of South Carolina.
You know what I love? They are fraud. I love that Vanderbilt is ranked 20th because I was like, you know what? They're going to stub them and stick them in there at 25th. So I'm happy with the 20th.
I mean, I don't want Vanderbilt to ever win another game, but I'm just saying, like, I knew for the longest time that South Carolina was frauds. I know that Beamer's a fraud.
Ooh, if
I know that Virginia Tech is getting ready to fire their coach because they got beat by Old Dominion on Saturday, and it was an ass whipping.
It kind of makes Vanderbilt's win look not so great.
No, for sure. I mean, I have to look it up, but I mean, it was a out behind the woodshed keister kicking. I'm telling you. Let me look here. Holy smokes.
While you're looking that up, we're going to go to a break. This thing did pop up and just tell me 6 penalties for 55 yards. That just does not seem right at all. Vols played with heart and urgency, clock management, situational awareness, and overtime, raising a little eyebrows. He's taking a little heat for it. The team is mentally tough, physically capable. Win these type of games is the margin for error is razor thin. Tennessee getting close. I think they're getting really close. We're going to get into segment 4, talk about or look at an SEC snapshot, and then look at next week. We'll be back.
Wherever you are, we are. And we are at TN Fan Talk. Would you like to be on the show? We'd love to have you. Find our link tree in the show description. No experience or equipment is needed. Now, back to Tennessee Fan Talk. Here's Byrd and The Duke.
Looking around the SEC, the big one is Commodores crash the party. Vanderbilt knocking off South Carolina 31-7. The Doors snapping a 16-game losing streak to the Gamecocks. Pavia 18 for 25, 170 yards, 2 touchdowns. The biggest thing for them, 4 forced turnovers. And LSU had 5 on Florida, and this says something about LSU, too, is either Florida's defense is really good or LSU is sneaky frauds, because you have 5 picks off DJ Lagway, and you only put up 20 points.
I mean, Florida is on – LSU is on fraud watch.
Fraud watch for them. You look at the coaching hot seat across the SEC. I do think that Billy Napier is the top. He's the one with the hottest seat.
I mean, yeah, I don't know who else. I mean, Beamer is not on the hot seat.
You got.
I would love for him to be on the hot seat because I can't stand that bum. But
Jeff Levy,
maybe Mark Stoops,
maybe not.
Maybe
Mark Stoops. Maybe
his buyout's crazy though because they can't afford that. They'd have to start selling more coal, and that ain't the EPA ain't gonna allow that to pay his buyout.
Ole Miss looking good, 2-0 in the conference, beating out Arkansas on a 41-35 shootout. Alabama last minute rally going up and beating Notre Dame, putting them at 0.
You mean Texas A&M? Texas A&M.
Yeah, A&M. What'd I say?
You said Alabama.
I'm sorry. A&M stunned Notre Dame last second. Notre Dame looks really good for if A&M is what I think they are. Notre Dame looked really good for an 0-2 team. And then, of course, Alabama, 38-14.
And who did they play?
Wisconsin.
Oh, Wisconsin. That's right.
Yeah.
With the backup quarterback, by the way, just letting everybody know.
Okay.
No, Alabama didn't have the backup quarterback. Wisconsin did. And they still.
And they're Arkansas potentially with a tough game at Memphis.
I don't know, dude. Arkansas scares me this year even more than last year. They have an offense now.
They do. We'll see.
And so does Oklahoma.
Yes, they do. With that quarterback over at Oklahoma, that's scary. That could put Tennessee at a 4.
We could legitimately win not too many SEC games this year, folks. It'll still be, it's going to be a bloodbath.
We'll see how Memphis and Arkansas game looks. Of course, UAB coming to Tennessee.
I've heard the National Guard's going to be at that game. I heard about that.
Ole Miss getting a breather, hosting Tulane, which is also
that ain't no breather, dude.
Which is also 3-0. I will say
that's where Brazzle came from.
Yeah,
Brazzle Dazzle.
And as far as some big SEC games, you got Auburn at Oklahoma. That's going to be a nice one. Their first matchup. You got, is it pronounced Mateer for Oklahoma?
I think it's Mateer, yeah.
Mateer, 944 yards of passing already.
Mm-hmm. Well, you got Florida, Miami too, right?
Absolutely insane. NIU going to Mississippi State, which you can't count them off because they knocked off Notre Dame last year.
The Salukis?
The Carolina going to the other Columbia where they're going to get beat.
Is it South Carolina versus North Carolina?
No, going to the other Columbia.
Oh, they're going to Missouri.
They're going to Missouri. Where they're going to get beat. It's
the worst two coaches, personality-wise, in the league going against each other.
The one where you're flipping a coin to see which one you want to punch in the face first.
I mean, Eli Drinkwich's face is more punchable for sure. I mean, that's just bottom line.
The 1-2 Florida Gators going to the number 4, 3-0 Miami, where they're going to get
college game day is going to be there, and they're going to get. I mean, Billy Napier might be left on South Beach.
Georgia State going to Vanderbilt. You got to watch out for Georgia State.
They've got some experience. I can't stand Diego Pavia, by the way.
And then, of course, SLU at LSU and Sam Houston at Texas. This is the last week before things get real all across the SEC.
Until we get into real league play. I mean, league play started, but you know what I mean. Yep. Until you get to homecoming.
Right. Yeah.
How about just some side notes, too? Georgia Tech beating Clemson. Mm-hmm. Dabo Swinney, he on the hot seat.
The last time that he started off 1-2, he ended up winning 10. I think he went 10-3.
The problem with Dabo Swinney is he does not believe in the transfer portal. He does not believe in NIL paying folks. And Cade Klubnik is a fraud.
Klubnik is definitely a fraud.
He's a fraud. I knew he's a fraud when Joe Milton beat him.
Yeah. You get
he's going to be the next year. He's just young.
Yeah. You get beat up by Stonehands Milton.
Mm-hmm.
No good.
Then Virginia Tech got beat 45-26 by Old Dominion.
That's bad.
Yep. I got it brought up right here.
That's bad. I actually watched every snap of that Vanderbilt South Carolina game.
I think you're a closet Vanderbilt fan.
It's just great to see someone that has sucked so long.
It's not great, Byrd. I want them all to suck. I want every one of them to suck.
Closet Vanderbilt. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, man, I wonder how a Black and Gold podcast would sound.
You think we only got 12 listeners for Tennessee? Can you imagine it's for Vanderbilt? Nobody listens. They have no fans.
They got a lot of money behind them. If you go out there and look at some of the old heads that keep that program afloat financially.
Yeah. So? I mean, it's in a city in the state of Tennessee that's really not a part of Tennessee. It's like New Orleans is not a part of Louisiana. Atlanta's not a part of Georgia. So on and so forth. Nobody pulls for Vanderbilt in Nashville because nobody from Nashville goes to Vanderbilt. For one, you can't afford it. Two, you ain't smart enough. So, or you ain't got enough money to get in,
or not
like your parents. You're not liberal enough.
We would normally run a little longer of an episode to talk about this week's game, but there is no point in talking about UAB.
I probably won't watch it either.
Is it? Wait a minute.
It's probably on SEC Plus, and I'm not dealing with
that. Nope, SEC Network. It is.
Oh, then I might watch the first couple drives.
Heading it. What is this? Week 4 already?
Mm-hmm.
Is that right?
Yep.
Heading into it already. A lot of chaos in the SEC.
I'm still sad. It's a weird feeling. I'm not mad. I'm not sad. I'm just defeated. Is the word. I'm like, yeah.
Hey, I set myself up for it. I pulled a Duke where I was like, no, we're gonna lose, but if we can lose by just a little bit, it's better than the past.
A loss is a loss is a loss is a loss.
And
now we're just gonna. Everybody freaking loves Kirby Smart. I can't stand that bowl-cutted F.
That's it for this week's Tennessee Fan Talk. Tennessee didn't get the win, but they showed that they're built for the big stage. We will be back next week. Who do they play? They Mississippi State after.
That's scary too.
Yeah, that's a little,
at Mississippi State.
That's a little scary.
Yeah, going to the third world country of Starkville.
We'll break down UAB next week for a little bit around the SEC before we get into Mississippi State next week. Till then, stay loud, stay proud, and keep watching,
Go
listening.
Vols.
Tennessee Fan Talk. Go Vols.
You've been listening to Tennessee Fan Talk. It's where the orange and white come to life. If it has anything to do with the Vols, we're talking about it. Thanks so much for listening to the show. We hope you've enjoyed it. Make sure to like, rate, and review. And we'll be back soon. But wherever you are, we are. And we are at TN Fan Talk. Would you like to be on the show? We'd love to have you. Find our link tree in the show description. No experience or equipment is needed. Keep bleeding orange. And see you next time on Tennessee Fan Talk.